As Donald Trump's presidency progressed, European leaders realized that relying on the United States for their security was a risky bet. His cordial approach towards Russian President Vladimir Putin, Vice President J.D. Vance's criticism of European domestic policies, and the imposition of tariffs and territorial threats, such as against Greenland, made Europe rethink its security strategy. Historically, skepticism about the U.S. willingness to defend Europe, especially regarding nuclear war, dates back to the Cold War, but Trump's actions have made the need for Europe to self-sustain its defense more urgent. However, Europe faces a complex challenge in ensuring its security, particularly in the nuclear realm. The continent has three key objectives: deterrence against Russia, strategic stability, and preventing nuclear proliferation. Unfortunately, achieving all three is impossible. Any choice made to prioritize two of these goals inevitably sacrifices the third. If Europe opts for stability and non-proliferation, it may struggle to deter Russia. Strengthening deterrence would require either allowing new states to acquire nuclear weapons or accepting some instability in relations with Russia. Given the risks, Europe might be better served by choosing deterrence and non-proliferation, even if it means accepting some level of instability in its relationship with Russia. One option is maintaining strategic stability and non-proliferation, where France and the UK would remain Europe's nuclear powers. However, this would make Europe's defense against Russia less credible, especially in vulnerable states like the Baltics, where Russia could use limited nuclear threats to deter European intervention. Europe's conventional military capabilities are insufficient to effectively repel a Russian incursion in the short term, making this strategy unfeasible. Alternatively, Europe could focus on non-proliferation and credible deterrence, expanding France and the UK's nuclear arsenals to include tactical, low-yield options for battlefield use. However, this would involve abandoning strategic stability and increasing the risk of nuclear escalation. The final option, focusing on deterrence and strategic stability, would require nuclear proliferation, with Eastern European states acquiring their own nuclear weapons to provide credible deterrence. This approach, while offering deterrence, would come with significant risks, including undermining the Non-Proliferation Treaty and triggering a period of instability, as Russia might act to prevent these countries from obtaining nuclear weapons. Given the complexities of these choices, Europe may ultimately find the most viable solution in a form of extended deterrence, where France and the UK provide nuclear protection to vulnerable Eastern European countries. While not as robust as the US nuclear umbrella, this approach could offer a workable alternative to full proliferation, though it would require significant investment and doctrinal adjustments in both countries. Despite the risks, Europe's best option may lie in accepting these difficult trade-offs rather than delaying action.